What's up guys, welcome back to the road to 3K, and this race was a classic case of never give up. So I didn't practice, I jumped straight into qualifying just to have a bit of fun, hence why this wasn't recorded live. And needless to say, I qualified really badly down in P13 in the GR86 Cup, but this race was nuts. Let's check it out. Here we are starting on the inside in P13 at the Red Bull Ring. Now, as we head into turn one, I see the guys up ahead sort of check up a little bit. So I try to get a run on the outside here. But then check out what happens as we get into turn two. There's a car that flies down the inside and just takes out the guys in front. But that meant I had to jump on the brakes, which lost me quite a few positions. So I think now I'm down in probably P13, P14, somewhere like that. And as you can see, I've got simagic on the side of the car, so massive shout out to simagic. They've just become a partner of mine. I'm now an ambassador for simagic as well as Next Level Racing. They make some of the best equipment in the world. So as we pass another car that has gone off track there, been tapped by the car in front, we are now, I think, up into P maybe 13, back where we started. So I think we lost 2 places there with the incident initially, but now we're getting back up there. So lap 2, all I'm thinking at this point is, all right, gotta get my head down, gotta try and catch the guys in front. I think on my race labs, the relative there was showing I was losing something like 60 or 70 iRating at this point, which I thought, okay, well, that's kind of it. I'm just going to have to deal with a loss of iRating this race. But turns out maybe a little foreshadowing wasn't to be. So let's see. Let's see what happens. So coming down into the second last corner now, I see these 2 guys ahead fighting. So I get a little bit opportunistic here, try to get a good exit, get a run on this number 15 car, but he moves over to defend really early. And then at this point, he just kind of squeezes me all the way down the straight. You can see I've got 2 wheels on the white line there. But he does a good job defending the position. And I'm not able to take that away from him. So, head down, gonna try and push and see what happens. Alright, so I get a really good run on him coming out of the last corner there. He starts moving over to defend again. Really likes the squeeze. But I send it up the inside. He hangs it around the outside. Still managed to get a decent exit. And he pushes me all the way into the next corner. Actually chops over my nose. At this point, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing the relative bar, or the blindside bar, still showing yellow, which meant he was actually there was still an overlap, so I had to come out of the throttle there. But I get a good run on him coming out of the fast left and right hand corners here. So I move to the outside, so brake late. He tries to hang it around the inside, or tries to hang the position on the inside, but I get a good run on the outside and manage to, with a slight slight off track there, managed to get the position. So now there's a bit of a gap to the guys in front, so I just got to really get my head down and push. So now we are heading on to lap 7. I can see up ahead there are guys fighting, which I'm sniffing an opportunity here. At the moment I am now P13, so I'm back, but there was a car off on the right there in the wall, so I move up to P12. But I'm seeing this group of cars ahead. I'm thinking something is gonna happen. There's a little bit of it's getting a bit spicy, which at this point, with the field spread the way it is, I was just hoping they were gonna fight so I could catch up a little bit. Lap 8, as you can see, the 2 Lightning McQueen and Dynaco cars are fighting. So that has allowed me to close up the gap just a little bit. So that's P11, 10, 9, 8 right up ahead. So I'm hoping getting back in the top 10 will be a good result, manage to salvage a few iRating. And you can see Dynaco has just gone completely off the track there. I don't know if there was a little bit of contact with the guy ahead, but that allows me to move up now into P12. All right, so I'm getting excited here. We're on lap 8, trying desperately not to get an off track, because if you've driven around the Red Bull Ring, you know it's notorious for off tracks. So now, coming into lap 10, you can see the guys up ahead are fighting. Dynaco's no longer there, but you can see a few of the cars very tight, and there's a puff of smoke ahead. I sort of get my vision blocked a little bit by the guy in front, but have a look at that. We just missed an almighty crash with all 4 cars that were in that group of cars ahead, all ended up in the wall. So now we have moved up into P6 or 7 at this point. And I'm thinking, great, P6, top 5 is possible here. As someone comes over the radio, not very happy message, I don't think. Had to defend there from the driver behind, who had a very good race. He, I think, started at the back with me, but had quite good pace. I think he was a couple tenths quicker than me. But I think a slight inexperience there just allowed me to kind of keep him at bay. Otherwise, he was a bit quicker than me. So P7 heading into lap 11. There's only a handful of laps to go. I'm thinking, all right, P6 will be a good spot if we can get this car in front. Now, before we end with my race, we're going to have a look back at what happened exactly to that group of 5 cars that were ahead. So the police car and the Dunkin' Donuts car get into each other. There's a bit of argy-bargy going into turn 1. Police car just keeps turning left, drives them into the wall, then backs into Lightning McQueen. So, and takes out all 4 of them. So, yeah, bit of a clumsy move there by the Dunkin' and police car. Which, you know, we never like to see that. Never like to see a big incident take out a group of cars. All right, but we're now back into my car, chasing down P6 at the end of lap 11. So for a few laps now, I have been catching this guy. I was marginally quicker each lap. And the tow on these cars is actually pretty strong. So now coming into lap 12, we get a good run on this guy, but we're going to just tuck in behind him, not send any dive bombs to wreck anyone else's race. But we see him, he's attacking the corners a little bit too hard, just getting a bit of understeer. So we think, okay, I'm pretty sure I've got him in the bag at this point. So here, get a nice run out of the fast left-right. Get up alongside him with a bit of side draft, bit of draft. And then just send it into the second last corner here. Managed to give him, I think he hung around the outside there a little bit. So just made sure I gave him a little bit of room on the exit there.
Stay calm, focus.
Thank you, Jim. Now, I look in the mirrors at this point and I see the 2 guys fighting behind, which is a great sign for me because obviously with them battling, it lets me hopefully pull away a little bit. So something I mentioned in the last video, if you haven't seen it yet, you can check it out here. I am a real life racer. I've raced everything from F3 to GT3s, but I tend to struggle in the sim. I, for some reason, can't quite seem to translate that extremely well. So I have to say, I've had the simagic equipment now for a couple days, and it's been really, really amazing to drive. The feeling I get from it is a lot closer to what you'd expect from a real car. So having this, I think, has gotten me, you know, that bit closer to replicating that feeling, which I think is definitely helping. So just getting used to it. This was my first race actually with the gear. Yeah, safe to say the end of the race is going pretty well, but I think I just need to dial in the equipment now. So massive shout out to them again, and thank you to simagic, thank you to Next Level Racing for providing me with an incredible setup that I'm able to have at home. So now heading on to the final lap of the race, the car behind, who has been pushing me for most of the race, tries to have a look down the inside. I managed to hang it around the outside and just get a really nice exit, which allows me to get the run and stop him from actually attacking us. which was much needed. Here he tries to send it down the inside, but I just have him covered off. Brakes slightly deeper, ran a little bit further into the corner so he couldn't get that run. So now we've got the windscreen wipers going. But he gets a really good run coming out of the fast left-right and actually managed to get a bit of a run on us, but we managed to defend it. Coming into the second last corner, he tries to send it around the outside, but unfortunately for him, we managed to get a good run and stay just ahead. So actually, I think I misspoke the lap before. This is the final lap, and he gets a good run, or at least he's in the tow coming onto the straight, so we move over to defend it, making sure that we braked late, but also managed to stop it on the apex, so he's not able to get the switchback, get the switchback on us to get a run coming into this next corner, which has actually compromised his exit, and he's getting attacked by the guy behind. So at this point, last lap, that was pretty much his only opportunity. He wasn't quite close enough coming into this section, so I knew he wasn't going to get a run on us. So yeah. I'll save you the spoiler alert. The last couple corners, we managed to keep it on track. And we come home to finish P6 in this race, gaining a nice little chunk of I rating. I think it's around 25 I rating, which takes us now to around 2,300 and something I rating, which is a nice little gain from the first race. So guys, if you've enjoyed this... it's actually me on the radio. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe with notifications turned on, because we're going to be doing a lot more of these in the future. See you then.